Hi guys. So this roller coaster ride continues. And yeah, so when I heard about this, that Trump has this illness, my first reaction was he's leaving. This is his way out. He's pretending he has this so he can resign. And then my second, after a couple minutes, I thought, oh no, wait a minute. He's faking it to get sympathy. And well, there's this story that came out also, and I'll put a link because this is, it's crazy. It's Melania, a recording of Melania. Just the real Melania. And it seems like the kind of thing, yeah, you would want to take over a news cycle so that people don't really hear this, because it totally destroys this notion that Trump runs on in his campaign, that he's here to save Christmas, because Melania, I don't want to use swear words on here, but she says, I don't give a, whatever about Christmas, and they're making me decorate, and she's so mad. She doesn't care about the kids at the border, all that. It's really ugly. And, Trump's like pretending that Democrats want to take away Christmas or something. It's just so silly, but it should have been a bigger story, and of course it got buried by this. So then I think, oh, he just wants to take over the news cycle. And the other thing, there might be other big stories coming out, like, doesn't New York Times have more to tell us about the financials? Is there a big story coming out? And they're like, oh, we have to come up with something that, and it's almost like, does it make it inappropriate now to rag on him if he's sick? And it's like, for that to happen October 1st before the election, when October is like the month to, expose people, and it's going to be like all sort of drowned out by this. I don't know. So I said, like, that was what I got convinced of next. And I had heard, there's a reporter from England who said that when Boris Johnson got it, everybody sort of rallied behind him. His approval went up, patriotism went up in the country. And so is this his, like, instead of starting a war, he like pretends he's getting sick, and then maybe he comes out of it and he's like, and everyone, I don't know, he thinks everyone's gonna cheer or something, call him a hero. And then like, it's funny because then like the third thing, I'm like, or maybe he actually got it. I mean, he is obviously very irresponsible. It's just the way he tweeted it, it just made it seem like he was selling us on something. And it's just so hard to trust him, period. I have these new cards I'm gonna try today. Barbara Walker Tarot. They're kind of little, so maybe I can do more of them. And I'll try to remember to bring it up here so everyone can see the pictures. So let's see. I'll tell you that I did my pendulum on this, and my pendulum actually said he has it, and he's not going to get very sick from it. It also said Hope Hicks does have it, but that Melania does not have it. Interesting, right? But let's see what the cards have to say. So what we really want to know is, does Trump really have the virus? Is this legitimate and true and real that he has this? And what's going to come of it? What can we expect from this particular story? All right, we're back, and you guys, I have the craziest read that you're gonna hear all day. It would be amazing if I heard that anybody else got this. And I worked for a long time between the cards and my pendulum, because I'm like, I don't understand. And I was getting such strong answers here, but like such strong feelings here. So I feel like I have to just almost like give the conclusion first and then explain it in the cards. It is but first, this magician does tell me there is trickery to this, okay? Someone has created this situation. But then here, I get regret and decline, which I very surely read as Trump right now. He's in regret right now, and he's in regret that he wasn't doing the social distancing and the mask and all of that. So it's like, if this is a plan, but he's genuinely mad at himself that he didn't follow the guidelines and that he's in this situation, and that, my pendulum was saying he's genuinely got this. He does have this. I believe, and I asked this straight up after a lot of back and forth, that he was given this illness by some powers that be of the Republican Party. I say Republican Party, but that's not quite right. Not the regular guys in Congress, I don't think. I'm not sure. Maybe wealthy conservatives, sociopaths who control the party and are well served by them, or maybe Putin and his soldiers in the White House. Either way, some kind of a hit job, like Trump has become a liability. Maybe investigations on Trump will take them down as well, so they hope to make it go away. And to make Trump a martyr could save the party from ruin, even if it loses the presidency. I probably just lost 20 people. But I just have to put out what I get. I also think he's gonna pull through it and be okay. This temperance card. And I think that is not what I straight up got that is not what they want. And the reason it sort of dawned on me, and I had this thought, if he were to pass away from this, he becomes a martyr. But I didn't take the next step that this would save the Republican Party in some way. It's like, it saves them even if they lose this election, because maybe they already know they're going to lose this election. But they can't have him exposed as this criminal that is probably supposed to happen in October, a lot of stuff to come out. And so the Republican Party looks terrible. And if Trump were to die some kind of a martyr, and then none of the investigation stuff can come out, none of the evidence of Russian collusion and all of these other people in Congress who were involved in that it's almost like everything goes away, because if Trump is gone, can you investigate Trump? Can you have all these trials that need to happen that would happen in Congress for the years forward? It was in a way, it's yeah, we've been wanting him gone, but this is not the way we want him gone. Those of us who want justice and truth to come out, this felt like it would bury all of the truth and justice, because, and there would be all that sort of pretense of this, honoring and, what am I trying to think? What am I trying to say? The sort of old-fashioned, you almost saw it on the news last night. You kind of have to it's like these people who are reporting on all of this corruption and this violence from this man suddenly have to switch over to what a crisis it would be if he's sick. It's people, they're almost confused how to report it. And then I think that what the Republican Party would want moving forward is that the media would never be able to really touch him anymore, and he would die with all of his secrets, and that Trump actually is not in on it and actually is sick, and he actually is going to be okay. Their plan is not going to work. And I'll say real quick also, I remembered how, I don't know how you give someone COVID, but I do remember at his debate, he was not sniffing, okay? But he was high as a kite, or whatever I don't know if it's high or jacked up, whatever. His eyes were black and he was clearly messed up. But he wasn't sniffing. And I'm like, oh, I see. There was too many incidents of the powder flying out of his nose, or everyone was getting onto the fact that he sniffs constantly. I think even then I was like, okay, now they're shooting him up with this speed they give him. And then when I was reading this, I'm like, oh my God, is that when they gave it to him? Can you give it with an injection? I don't know. And like, you're, again, I'm taking it now to a whole nother craziness, because what I get here with this Prince of Cups and Princess of Cups, before I took it to this other storyline, I'm like, this is definitely Ivanka, and this is definitely Junior, okay? Princess of Cups and Princess of Cups. Before I came to that crazy conclusion from all of this, I'm like, they're here. When I thought maybe it was fake, I thought they were part of the plan. So I'm like, okay, so they're in on this plan. Oh, by the way, and this, mainly, at the top, avarice. And this Four of Pentacles, holding on to power. I mean, this is the key right here. So I knew right away, this holding on to power, that it's somehow a trick. And I mean, we got the Magician here. It's somehow a trick. And then, by the way, I also got this Temperance here, and this tells me a couple things. Yeah, I think he will get through it. And I think that part of the trickery of all of this, and this is, a friend suggested this to me, and I was like, that's kind of crazy, but I feel like I see it here, that he might get better and try to sell his cure. Like, is it going to be that? But I thought it was him, that he would be in on some kind of, I'll pretend to get sick, and then I'll come up with this cure, or I'll validate one of our cures that we already can sell, and then it'll sell, like, and we'll all become billionaires. But I'm like, might be someone else's plan, though. Whoever this magician is, of course, not one person, but a group or something. That is crazy. Avarice, greed for power. They want to, somehow they feel they have a better chance of saving the Republican Party if Trump dies a martyr. That's what I think. Crazy. And then, are his kids in on it? Are they trying to save themselves in this way? Holding on to their, also, like, man. Like, if he were to die this martyr, that somehow people would leave them alone. This is crazy. Yeah, here we have change covered by work. And I immediately knew this was a devised plan. We've got the Magician. It's a devised plan. We've got the avarice. Change. They want to change. They want to shift the story. They want to shift the story. They want to turn Trump from one thing to another. Look at the yin and the yang. They want him to be the beloved one. And I see that here also, this romance card, hopes and fears. They want people to fall in love with him and to feel this romance. But I think they also want him to sort of go out in that way. Any other way he goes out, if they really believe this guy is going to lose badly, he goes out as a crook, a criminal. They all go down with him with all these investigations. And the Republican Party is over. This way, they can sort of come out as, like, everyone feels sorry for them. They've been wounded. They've been hurt. This terrible tragedy. I mean, can you imagine? I'm like, so now in history, Trump will go down. If Trump were to pass away, I was thinking before this read, like, he would now go down in history. Like, the headline would end up being that he, like, died in office. And I would be like, it's sort of like takes away all the rest of it somehow, because we are conditioned to, if a tragedy like that happens to someone like a president, then that is how we have to treat it. We have to tread very lightly and softly on that person's memory, because they're gone now. We have to be precious. We have to be precious with him if he's gone. Or at least like the media does, and maybe Congress does. Oh, man. That's crazy. What I get here, I felt that actually the outcome of it is he's going to come out of this and act all proud. Ace of Wands, the power, yeah. Two of Wands. All right, Ace of Wands, this power of having overcome it. This pride, if you look at that dragon, just that And he almost becomes more arrogant. Everyone, like, his face worshiping even more. And this Two of Wands, this alliance. Oh, and hey, Putin. Putin would probably like Trump to disappear too, for a lot of that stuff to go away for him. And if he's sort of controlling some things, I don't know what this group is, man. I don't know. Are these two, his kids, involved with this group? Oh my God. It's like, I mean, guys, this is the mob. This would be a mob thing to do. Wow, I don't know. Two of Wands, with that power, yeah, like he becomes even more vain. And the Papist, I read this. This would be like the High Priestess. I saw this, like the Alpha and the Omega. Like she's like sort of a mystery, spirit mystery figure. And I see it as just like this. She's got this book, and it's like he has a beginning and he has an end, and you're not going to change it. He's going to go when he goes. It's written in this book. His storyline is written in this book, and you're not going to change it. That's what I get from that. Oh my gosh. Power and alliance. Okay, so when I pulled these cards, this was at the bottom. I felt this is Mitch McConnell. I don't know that that means he would be part of this, but he does seem like a guy who, if he wants to save the Senate or he wants to save the Republican Party, man, I don't know, maybe. This fool, he wants a new beginning for the Republican Party. He wants the Republican Party to have the sympathy and the, like, everyone's hearts going out to them and be like blessed and get all the hope, the prayers. And but I also do read this as he wants that Supreme Court justice. He wants to during this time, like I feel like they think they're going to get a lot done while Trump is like out. Whether it's, I mean, look, I figure they figure if he makes it, it still helps their case or whatever. He wants to get some things done. I think it helps them for Trump to be out of commission for a couple weeks. I've heard he's incredibly difficult, incredibly stressful for everyone. This could be just a way to get him out of the way. He wants to get that Supreme Court justice through, but I somehow feel that's not going to happen. There's going to be holdups. This Queen of Swords, I'm sorry, I know some of these cards are kind of disturbing. They're kind of interesting. It does feel like trying to bring like life into a party that's dead. Ugh. Or just like, I don't know, is that just hoping that we would feed off of the sympathy? Oh my, that could be sort of part of it. He thinks this is a good time to do this. People are softened up toward us. But I don't feel that happening. Women's rights, this Three of Cups with the star, just like, again, I think that women will be celebrating. I hope. And then after I put down this Papist card, I haven't even, oh, right. Oh my God. Look at this Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, these money. Okay, I get the money people. King of Pentacles is often my mob boss. Queen of Pentacles is also like that woman, Rebecca Mercer, who's like behind all the conspiracy theory stuff, like the Breitbart stuff. It's like, and then this Ace of Swords, like this tells me it was like their idea. Whoever the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, it was an idea that was created. The Devil with the Tower, I see this as the Devil being it's a way of controlling people's emotions and minds in order to, it's like puppet master. They're trying to be the puppet master to the people by creating this false tower moment. Like, oh my gosh, the President of the Union. It feels so contrived, and the way that we're supposed to feel about it, they're trying to like conjure up this like sort of false reality where we have to go, oh my goodness. They want to create the false tower moment. And then I kind of actually felt like the story ended here for me. I wish I had more to say. Like, will we ever, I kept being like, are we gonna see through this? Are we gonna find out? Is there gonna be evidence? I mean, this takes me to evidence. This Prince of Wands, King of Wands, this news, does someone see through it? Does someone, I doubt it. This could never, no way. No one will ever, I don't think anyone will ever know if it's true. And I think, I think that it's just explaining to us the deal, the situation, how we got there. And that, this coming in the near future, this is certainly not a bad card. Like that, I think that he will get over this. This is the only place I really feel Trump here is he's not happy about the situation. Look at this guy pouting. He wants to go to his rallies. He thinks he's doing a good job. Nobody else does. They see that he is a disaster, and the best thing that could happen to him, the best thing they could do for themselves is to get him, either to let him die a martyr or to fall ill during this month when a lot of stuff should be coming out, so that people might back off of him and they could maybe at least win the Senate, keep the power there. Anyway, it's not going to work. Trump is their monster as much as he is our monster, and he's just going to come out fine, more monstrous, because his time has not come, and you're not going to get away with your false tower for your greedy controlling of people's minds. Just crazy. So anyway, I'm just putting that out there. Hopefully, if anything else, this was entertaining, an entertaining concept and idea. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just putting out what I get, and thanks for watching. I always love to share my read with you guys. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on things, and I will talk to you guys next time.